So let's quickly get started. Okay, so a quick brief intro about myself. I have been a trainer for quite some time now. I am certified in Workday HCM and Workday Absence. I've been associated with ZaranTech for a very long time and have delivered more than hundreds of batches for them. So training is something that is kind of passion for me. I enjoy training. So that's a brief introduction about myself.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Just want to add something. I know a lot of you guys are new to Workday. You are exploring. I'll give you a little bit background about us. I'm just going to add a few words here. We've been in this IT field, training field, especially training field. ZaranTech is known for IT training. We work with the top of the top. I mean, TCS is our preferred, we are TCS's preferred vendor. We are known around the world for SAP. We deliver quite a lot of SAP trainings. We have delivered almost 30,000 students over the 16 years, 2009 established in US. We are a West Des Moines, Iowa company. That's where our head office is. We are also in India, in Bangalore, and we are opening a couple more offices. But when it comes to training, we have done SAP, QA, BA, all of that stuff. Workday, we started about 9 years ago. I'll tell you something. We have never seen a demand for a course like we have seen for Workday in this last 3 years. The word is crazy. I mean, everybody wants to learn Workday. We sell courses, yes, but the demand for Workday is 10 times more than SAP at this point. And it's coming firsthand from us because we sell, like if we sell a course in SAP, we'll sell 10 in Workday. So that in itself tells you what's the demand. Workday is, everybody wants to be a Workday consultant these days, which is good because, the market wants it. A lot of customers are coming and Workday is now going into, small business, and that's also helping the PAC region. There's so many things happening. I heard that Workday is now going to, Workday Ireland is going to have payroll. Workday has payroll for only so many countries like US, Canada, UK, a few other countries, France and Australia. And then now they're going to have Ireland and some other countries. Workday is very, very high in demand in US, in Europe, UK, yes. And then India also huge demand because most of the consultants working from there are either working for a GCC or for, which has a customer here in the US. But the demand is very good. Market is also very good. But again, Workday has, they need consultants who are certified. So certification is also very niche. It's very, very niche. It's not easy to get certified. We'll talk a lot about that. But it helps with your job search. And let me give you one example. Let's say there is a consultant who has 5 years of experience working in the Workday field, and your instructor will concur this as well. They get certified. Okay, they do the hard work. They get certified. Immediately, they get a 15 to 20% jump in their salary. I've seen this firsthand. Immediate jump. So that much a certification can help. And we'll talk about that. Don't get confused on this. We'll talk a lot on certification. Any questions you have will clear all that stuff too. All right. Okay. We will go ahead and get started here. We have a lot of things to cover. Then question answer sessions, all that stuff, certification. So I'll go ahead and hand it over to your trainer, Ayansh. It's all you, man. Go ahead.
Sure. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, so let's get started. So what is Workday? We have been all talking about Workday. We have been hearing a lot about Workday. So what is Workday? Workday is basically a cloud-based enterprise resource platform. So that provides a range of solutions from human resources to finance to faculty, recruiting, payroll, benefits, and much more. So it's basically a ERP tool, which companies need to manage their resources. Okay. So Workday was founded by two gentlemen known as David Duffield and Anil Boshri. They co-founded Workday sometime in 2005. They both used to work with PeopleSoft. When PeopleSoft was taken over by Oracle, that was the time they decided to come out, and they had this vision of SaaS-based solutions will be the future. So back then into the early 2000s, SaaS solutions were still very much unheard of, but they could see the future, and they designed this first Workday solution that was a SaaS-based solution. So that was how it was founded and it came into existence. Yeah. In terms of job outlook, you all have done your research very much. That's the reason you are here. But just to give you at a high level, the job market at the moment is looking really good, and this trend is expected to continue for next 5 to 7 years for sure. What happens after that, nobody knows, but it definitely going to continues for the next 5 to 7 years the way it is going currently, because a lot of companies are migrating to Workday. Either they have already migrated or planning to migrate to Workday. If in either case, there will be opportunities, whether the company has already migrated to Workday, they are going to need people, skilled resource to manage and maintain the system. And the ones who are planning to migrate, they're going to definitely need skilled consultants to help them with the migration journey. The salaries are also extremely high for Workday HCM consultants. One of the reasons why the salaries are high is because it's considered as a niche skill. It is not easy to find Workday consultants in the market. There are very few people who actually know Workday functional configuration, because it's a relatively new technology. It's not SAP or Oracle or PeopleSoft that have been around for ages, but Workday is relatively new, considering that it is difficult for companies. Companies are struggling big time to find the right talent. So some of the job titles that you will get to see is project manager. A project manager will generally be responsible for implementing the Workday system. They work coordinate with various stakeholders. Project manager can be either in implementation project manager, or it can be a support project manager as well. Then you will also see a lot of Workday HCM consultant roles, where you actually go ahead and work with companies as functional consultant. Like for example, Deloitte, KPMG, IBM, all of them have the consulting division where they work for their clients. They implement Workday for their clients. So you'll find a lot of opportunities over there in these kind of companies as a functional consultant. There will be opportunities like HR manager, where you are generally responsible for the HRIS system. So HR managers are generally lead a certain division. Like for example, there could be an HRIS manager for HCM. They can be an HRIS manager for payroll, or somebody for benefit, and so on. There are senior executive level opportunities are also there, where you generally become a practice manager or a practice head or a department head. They're finance manager for those who are into Workday finance. So there are various opportunities which are coming up, and the trend is likely to grow, because it's really much in demand these days. So as I said, the salary trends continue to grow. It's the demand is really high. You can check that yourself. Do your own research. You will see that how the demand is. So some of the leading industries where Workday is being used, right from healthcare, there are multiple companies. Like for example, some of the companies that I know are already in Workday, because either my students are placed there or my colleagues are working there. Like for example, GSK is one of a very famous pharma company. Novartis is other companies. There are government organizations. There are various financial services companies, like for example, Wells Fargo. Those are the companies who are already using Workday as a primary HRIS system. Then there are some non-profit organizations, some manufacturing industries, technology companies, various professional services companies. So there are plenty of industries where Workday is currently the leading HRIS tool. Okay, a little bit about this course, how this course will help you. Okay, this course is all about your learn about Workday HCM. So you will learn about the core concept around Workday HCM. You learn about Workday reports. This course is not going to teach you Workday Studio or cloud connectors. It is not about integration. This is about Workday HCM. So it will teach you everything that is HCM, right from basic, right from zero, right from scratch. I'll be your instructor. I'll be starting right from basic, and I'll take you to the advanced concepts in Workday HCM. It helps if you have a bit of background in HR and recruitment, but it is not mandatory, because I will be teaching, as I said, right from basic. So, but if somebody is not from HR, HCM background, it is recommended that you brush up your a bit of HR related terminologies. Like for example, what is a recruitment, or what is a job requisition? Those kind of basic terminologies you can brush up if you're completely new to HR or HCM practice. Otherwise, it is not required, not mandatory that you need to have any knowledge, because this is a no code platform. You do not need to write any code. It's completely functional configuration. So you need to learn how to configure the Workday application. So it's kind of an application configuration that you will be learning as part of this course. And it's a hands-on course where more than 70% of this teaching will be based on hands-on activities. The approach that I generally follow is I'll spend some time with slides, maybe very less time with slides, where I'll just teach you the basic concepts or foundations. Then we will quickly jump on to the tenant. Tenant is the name of the application in Workday world. The application is called as tenant. So we will use this terminology quite often, called tenant, for those who are completely new. So please understand, whenever I say tenant, it means the application, the Workday application. So most of the course will be taught in the application, where I'll be showing you the demo. I'll explain you a particular concept, and then I will do a demo where I'll do the configuration and walk you through how to configure. And then I will hand over the system to you, where you will do the configuration, because it's, as I said, it's a hands-on course where you will learn how to configure the system by your own. Okay, who should take this course? I believe anyone can. Anyone who wants to capitalize on this growing HR technology domain. So HR tech is a growing field right now. So anybody who wants to capitalize on this growing demand for HR tech can definitely take up this course. I don't think there's any such background that would give you any preference. Having some kind of relevant experience will definitely help. But even if you do not have any background, you can still jump on and make a career in Workday. So what are the benefits of this training? This training will cover Workday fundamentals, Workday its core HCM, where you will learn the basics. Then ZaranTech also provides you with a Workday job readiness support program, which is basically a support program designed to help you with in your job search. They generally help you with like your LinkedIn profile optimization, your CV creation. So those kind of help you will receive from ZaranTech as a job readiness program support, which will help you in your job search. They also provide you with individual tenant. I think they're the only company who are currently offering this benefit, where you will have your own tenant for I think approximately 2 months. Alok can correct that. Approximately 2 months, you will have one tenant dedicated to yourself, where you will do all the practice 24/7. That's the biggest advantage of ZaranTech. You'll rarely find any other training organization that is giving you a tenant, because tenant is the most difficult part in Workday world. In Workday, it is not easy to get access to the Workday tenant, and without the tenant, you cannot do anything. So that is the biggest part. So you will be able to have access to your own independent tenant for approximately 2 months, and you'll have all your configuration details in front of you. All you need to do is pick up the configurations and practice. So that is the biggest advantage. Once you complete a training, they can also help you get your Workday certification. So you can get a genuine official Workday certification that makes you a Workday certified associate or Workday certified consultant. So Alok is going to talk more about it towards the end of the once we cover these materials. I'll hand over to Alok, who will take you through the certification details. Okay. So those are the major benefits of the training. A little bit more about Workday HCM. So Workday is basically, as I said, it's a configurable ERP system, a Workday HCM, and it's known as a SaaS solution because it is available over the internet, which means for organizations or for companies that are planning to go into Workday, they just have to locate the Workday account sales team or reach out to the Workday account manager and get the subscription. Pay for the subscription, and they will be having access to the URL. So it's a URL. Based on that URL, the application can be accessed. There's no need for any heavy infrastructure investment for any organization. So that is the biggest benefit of a SaaS-based solution. It offers varieties of services, right from HCM to payroll to benefits, time and absence, recruiting, and much more. Okay, so here on screen you can see some of the key product lines of Workday. So besides HCM, HCM is right at the center. Besides HCM, they offer payroll solutions, they offer project and work management, benefits, the time tracking, talent, and much more. But HCM sits right at the center because that is the foundation. The biggest advantage of going through an HCM course is that it gives you that solid foundation based on which you can pick up any other module of your choice. So, for example, one of you is interested to become a Workday payroll consultant. You have to start with HCM because that's the foundation. Or if you want to go into Workday benefits, you have to start with HCM because that's the basic. So once you start with HCM, once you do HCM and you complete your HCM training, you will actually become eligible to pick up any other module of your choice, depending upon your background. If somebody has a previous background in, say, for example, in recruiting, so you can easily go for Workday recruiting module after complete HCM. So where you will configure the entire recruiting system, or if somebody has a background in time and absence, after completing HCM, you can pick up the time and absence module, and you can master your expertise around time and absence module. So that is the biggest advantage of studying with HCM. And HCM is compulsory. If you want to go for any certification, you have to first complete the HCM. Okay, so these are some of the examples, some of the product areas, time tracking and benefits and analytic solutions and others. Almost all the industries are currently migrating to Workday or have already migrated to Workday. From banking to healthcare, I already gave you some of the names that I am aware of. So the healthcare, banking, local government, life sciences, manufacturing and technology companies. So a lot of a lot of industries are already into Workday or planning to planning to migrate to Workday. Okay, so as part of this training, this is the kind of training roadmap. So you will be learning a lot of things. By the time you complete this course, for somebody who is completely new to this recruiting or Workday or HRMS platform, by the time we complete this course, you will be confident of your Workday skills. You will be very much confident about Workday skills because you will be doing a lot of configurations inside the cloud. I will give you various scenarios. I myself have 15 plus years of industry experience, so I generally bring in those scenarios that I face in a real time consulting work. So I bring in those scenarios and I'll give you those scenarios for practice so that you know how a real time challenge looks like and how to solve them. So you will learn about basic core concepts, basic navigations, what are jobs and positions, how to configure them, what is Workday security, what are organizations, what is Workday compensation, and how you configure the compensation. Yes, that's right. You will be configuring compensation as well as part of the SCM. You will learn about reporting. You will learn how to design Workday custom reports. You will learn how Workday reporting structure works, how you can utilize various standard reports. You learn about various additional staffing transactions, like how to hire a contingent worker, how to convert a contingent worker from contractor to employee. You learn about additional staffing transactions, like how to play around with the various termination BPs or higher BPs. You learn about how to manage delegations and a lot more. Okay, so regarding certification, Alok is going to talk more about it. But before that, I would like to take you through the Workday application. So allow me a minute. Let me quickly log into the Workday application and I'll just walk you through the tenant so that you guys get a first-hand view of how the tenant looks like and what all you will be learning in the tenant. So allow me a minute to quickly log in and I'll just stop sharing.
When you're setting up the tenant, do you want me to just show them the LMS?
Yeah, it's almost there. So let me just quickly walk them through the tenant, then I'll hand over to you so that you can talk about LMS and also the certification to them.
Right.
All right. So guys, hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is your thank you. So this is a Workday application or Workday tenant. We call them tenant. In SAP world, they call them instance. In Workday world, we call them tenant. So this is your application, how it looks like. So as part of this course, you will be completely working into this application. You will be configuring everything right here. So this is your intuitive search. This is very intuitive. So if the search can be utilized to locate for various employees. So for example, I want to look for an employee called Beth Liu. So I can just type Beth's name and It'll give me everything that has Beth Liu. So I can open Beth Liu's profile from here if I want to search for Workday delivered reports. So for the ones who are completely new, please understand Workday provides excellent reporting capabilities. That's one of their USP. They provide excellent repository of standard reports. Standard reports are Workday delivered reports. So majority of your reporting needs can be solved using one of the standard reports. And when you cannot use them, you can always create a custom report as well, and you will learn that as well. So if you want to locate a Workday standard report, you can simply type this task, Workday stand report. So if you see, it's a predictive search where you just type the abbreviations and it is able to pull up the details. So I can go for Workday standard reports, and it will pull based on a report category. I can select a category here. So there are various reporting categories. So for example, I want to select go for benefits. I can type benefits, and based on my configuration in the system, it will show up all the benefits related reports that are on the all standard reports. Okay. Now, if I want to go to somebody's profile, I can type the name Beth Liu, and I can go to Beth's profile. Okay, and I can explore Beth's profile here. Okay, so whatever you see here, like this location, this is configurable, and you will configure it. The manager, who is going to be the manager of an employee, who the manager's employees will reporting to, it is also configurable, and you will be configuring this. Whatever you see on this screen, this employee ID, the supervisor organization, this position, everything that is you see in here is configurable, and you will be doing this configuration, including the comp details as well. So let me just take you through to the details as well. You learn about details about these navigations, how to navigate around it. So if you see currently, I am into the compensation details of Beth Liu. And whatever you see under here, this compensation, all this is like for this compensation package, grade profile, this compensation plan, assignments, everything in here is configurable, and you will be doing all those hands-on configurations as part of this course. You'll also learn about how to use the proxy. So we have something called start proxy. So you can proxy as another user in lower tenants. You learn about this concept. So why it is used, why this proxy is used in Workday, how this is helpful. So all this information is going to be taught. So for example, I want to log in as Alex Garcia. So I can proxy as Alex Garcia, and I can take a look at the screen how Alex sees it. So I can check what are the approvals pending, any pending approvals from Alex. So these are the different pending approvals, pending work from Alex. I can see what are the different notifications of Alex. Okay, so these are all different navigational aspect. You learn. You can also stop proxy. I can select stop proxy. Okay, there are a lot of configurations you will learn. You learn how to configure a Workday job profile. So, for example, we can use a task called create job profile. Okay, so this is a task that you can use to create or configure a Workday job profile. For example, business analyst, data analyst, all these are examples of job profiles. So you can use this kind of tasks to configure job profile. You can configure a supervisory org. Supervisory org is basically the foundation. So you can use tasks like create soup org. So these are the simple tasks which you can use to configure a supervisory org. A supervisory organization looks something like this. Let me take you to Logan's profile, and I'll walk you through how a soup org looks like. So every employee is hired into a soup org, and the soup org is completely configurable. So if I click here, so this is a human resources supervisory organization. We call them soup orgs in Workday's terminology, and this is completely configurable. Just like this human resources, there could be of n number of supervisory organizations. There could be IT operations, financial services, customer services, or whatever. And all that is completely configurable, and you will be configuring it. So all these members that you see here, they are the members who are working under the human resources or HR supervisory organization, and this is completely configurable. All these members have been hired by you, so you will be setting up your own supervisory organization where you will be hiring people, and you will be doing an end-to-end configuration. So that is the biggest advantage, because you will have access to this tenant. And this is a real-time tenant, guys. The tenant that you will work on when you join an organization, and this tenant is exactly the same. Obviously, there will be some differences in terms of logo and the employee names. These employee names are fictional. In there and over there, you will have the real-time names. this logo is Global Modern Services. It's a training logo provided by Workday. But in a real-time scenario, you will have the company logo. So, for example, if you're working for a Citibank, you will see Citibank's logo here. The rest of the items, everything is same. This is the exact tenant. This is exactly the same tasks that you're going to use when you go for a real-time job. So that's it. Any questions from me? If not, I'll hand over to Alok, who will talk to you, take you through the LMS portal and talk about certifications. Any questions for me, guys?
We have two hands raised. Cover that first.
Okay, this tenant, it's LMS, right? It's like a simulation. It's not the real Workday platform.
This is training tenant, which is a complete replica of the real tenant. No, obviously not a real tenant because it's a training environment. It's a training tenant with training data. So the data is fictional, but the configurations, the tasks, everything, the reports are same as you get in the real tenant.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Gurveer, go ahead.
Yeah, so I have a question like while I was listening this one. So in this training, are you guys going to explain like regarding the base configuration? I know you guys said about the job position, everything, organization. This is your base configuration of your organization. But then comes the security roles, your workflows, because you have these transactions based on the composition on the personal actions, because once employee is there, they will have the transaction or their jacket files. So are you going to go through some of the staffing transactions for the workflows, or it will be just the configurations like job, organization, and employee? So that is my question, that will this course cover a little bit more on that one, other than configurations like the workflows, if there is any, let's take, I have a personal action, a employee is there, now he is getting promoted. So are you going to give any example on that one? So that's the part I want to understand, that what is beyond the base, like is there any workflow for the
So this is basically HCM core training. Ayansh, you want to cover that?
Yeah, sure. So let me take you through the course outline. Give me 1 second. That will help you to understand this better. Okay, one moment.
Thank you.
If you want, I can open it. I have it.
Yeah, sure, if you can.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. This is the learning management system. I'll come there a little bit. So just this is the access you're going to get. And here is the course curriculum. There are 3 parts to this training: Workday fundamentals, which is history, business core, architecture, implementation methodologies. This is a basic theory type of training session. It is 5 hours only. This is the gist of your training program, which is going to cover all of this. Your trainer is going to talk about it right now. And your job readiness program is basically what it says. It readies you for the job. And this is a video training course. So it's a hybrid type of training, but this is instructor-led live training, this part right here. Go ahead, Ayansh, if you want me to scroll down, let me know. Ayansh?
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, look, maybe if you could stop sharing for a moment, I'll just quickly take them through the course things that they will be learning. So
it's all you.
I'm sharing my screen, guys. Let me know, any one of you, if you're once you're able to see my screen.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the LMS portal that you will get access to. This LMS will be given to you for 1 year. You have access to this particular portal, which has everything about your course, your training, your session recordings. Everything is available over here. Now, to talk about a course curriculum in a more detailed manner, what you will learn as part of this course is, so if I take you through to the main part where we will have all our resources that I will be using to training, is here under materials for Workday HCM. And here you have different sections. Session PPTs are the ones which I'll be using during the session. It is available to you as well to refer to or follow along. I'll be generally using these session PPTs where I'll explain to you the concepts. Then after that, I'll take you to the lab activities where I'll show you how to configure that item, and then I'll hand over to you where you will be doing the configurations. I'll observe. Then we have assessments on every section. So suppose, for example, if I complete session on jobs and positions, We'll configure that, and then there will be assessment questions to check your understanding. And then there is shared by trainer segment, where I have put up a lot of interesting articles where you will learn more about Workday core concepts and a lot of other stuff. So whenever I come across some interesting articles, or I'll generally upload over here, or you'll also find some contribution from other trainers as well. All that is available under this shared by trainer. All the different documents which are uploaded here for your help.
Hey, you know, ZaranTech now offers SAP corporate training. That's right. Train your workforce in SAP with our comprehensive program. We offer customized courses, certified trainers, and hands-on labs for both individuals and businesses. Our standout features? Bespoke training, fully configured servers for practice, in-house materials, and a dedicated LMS. Plus, get session recordings and 24/7 support. From functional to technical modules, we have got it all. Choose ZaranTech for SAP training and watch your team excel. Learn, upskill, succeed with ZaranTech.
And finally, once you complete the course, there are 3 case studies as well, which you need to use to practice. These case studies will give you some real-time exposure where you will work in real-time business scenarios. Now, coming back to what all you will learn. So if you take a look at this session PPTs here, so altogether there are 12 modules, out of which 11 and 12 that you see here will be covered at a high level, because these are integration stuff where we do not do too much of lab or anything. We just take you through at a high level overview around 11 and 12. But module 1 to 10 that you see here, this is completely configuration. Okay, so the gentleman who had a question, right, what you will learn? You will learn about complete functional configuration of all these items. So if you see here, you will learn about core concepts and navigation. You will learn about how to configure different organizations in Workday. When I say organizations, I mean how to configure a supervisor organization, just like you saw human resources. You will configure cost centers, you will configure companies, you will configure location. Then you will learn about Workday staffing model, how to configure the staffing model, how to configure different jobs, job profiles, positions. You will also learn about Workday security, how Workday secures this data, what are the role-based security, what is the user-based security, how to solution real-time security issues. So you'll learn about compensation plans and grades, how to configure these compensation elements. You learn about business processes. One of the most important topic in your entire HCM journey is business processes. You need to know how the business process works, how to configure them. You will also learn some basic additional staffing transactions. So the question that came up, how much of staffing transactions you will learn? You will learn about the basic staffing transaction, because this is not a transactional course. HCM transactional course generally teach you everything about all the different HCM transactions, which generally are handled by the operations people. But this is a consulting course where you will learn about how to become a Workday consultant, how to configure the system end to end. So this is focused more towards the configuration side, to answer your question. Okay? We also learn about different reports, how to create custom reports, how to generate calculated fields. You learn about Workday EIB. EIB is a technology which you use to do bulk upload of data into the system. So these are the things that you will be learning. Any questions from me on this?
Yeah, I want to know the task or the practice sessions that you'll be giving us to practice. Will they be module wise given, or how? Like, how will the practice sessions, tests, or whatever you want to call it, will be provided to us?
Yes, they are
We'll
model
be
wise.
learning. I know we will be learning all the modules, but the practice test, will it be specific to recruiting, staffing, or it will be for each module as we go?
Each module. So for example, if we are covering organization, so your configurations, your practice, your assessment questions, everything will be around organizations. If I'm covering compensation, so you will be given tasks to configure the system around compensation. So that's how we will go. Yeah.
Understood. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure.
You mentioned about the customization, basically custom reports and everything. So is there like a programming language, like ABAP or things like that in SAP? So is there a language?
No, completely. It's a HCM HCM code. So there is no coding required. We are not going to write a single piece of code for sure, because completely functional. It is completely functional configuration that you will have to learn. So this coding is nowadays, a lot of AI is also generating the codes, but functional configuration is something that AI cannot do. So that's why human is still required, because AI cannot talk to a client and get the custom requirement, how the customer wants to design their application, right? All that it needs to be done by human, and this is completely functional. That is one of the reason why, in spite of all this AI surge, has been no effect to demand for Workday consultant. In fact, the demand is continuously growing.
All right, let's move to the next person.
Sorry, can I have just one question? The way I understand is this one is a gateway. This particular HCM course is a gateway, but the industry expectation is like a specialized, like, you are in recruiting or in payroll or in compensation. So one person has to do that course in conjunction to this core HR or the core HCM that you're talking about, or is it just a module wise? If you do it, will be able to meet the demands of the job requirement that the company or the organization is expecting?
It's a great question. So HCM itself is a module. Now HCM is considered as the foundational module. So once you are done with HCM, once you have mastered the HCM concepts and if you're confident of your HCM skills, you can either go for a HCM consultant role, where you will be working as an HCM consultant, or you can pick up another module, a specific module, like for example, say payroll, Workday payroll, or Workday time and absence, based on your interest and based on your domain knowledge, based on the opportunities in your area. You can pick another module, you can master that concept as well, and then you can apply for roles around that module. For example, you can become a Workday payroll consultant if you know Workday payroll. If you know Workday benefits, you can become a Workday benefits consultant. Or if you know Workday recruiting, you can become a recruiting consultant. Or if you want to stick to Workday HCM, you're more than welcome to do that. You can, because this course will make you eligible to apply for those Workday HCM consultant roles. So having this Workday HCM is a huge advantage, because it both prepares you for the existing HCM consulting roles and also builds that foundation based on which you can pick up another module and increase your opportunities. See, I would always recommend all my participants to go for more than one module. So once you're done with HCM, you should always pick up another module of your choice, because that really increases your chances of landing that Workday job. Did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
There should be some programming knowledge on C++, Python, or something like that, or XML or XSD, Could you please let me know, like, when do you need the programming languages?
You do not need any programming languages or any knowledge, any coding knowledge to become a functional consultant. Your coding knowledge will be required only if you want to become a technical consultant. When I say technical consultant, you can become a Workday integration consultant or a Workday extend consultant. These are the different technical modules where you are going to require technical knowledge. But for a functional module like Workday HCM, or a functional module like Workday benefits or payroll, all this is functional, which means you need to know how to configure these functionalities in the system. That's it. But if you are interested more into the technical side, you can always explore Workday Extend or Workday Integration, where you can utilize your technical or your programming knowledge over there. Workday Studio, all those kind of.
Which one has high demand? Is it integration or the functional?
Functional, in my opinion, and don't quote me on that, because this is completely in my opinion. In my opinion, functional is more in demand right now, because for integration, what Workday is doing is that they're coming up with some pre-built templates, which are directly able to connect with most of the application. Like for example, ADP or ADP payroll or ACP payroll. So they're already building those connectors or templates which are readily connecting with these third systems. So in my opinion, at some point in time, maybe integration consulting will see enough impact. Again, I don't quote me on that. I'm not an integration expert, so may not be completely correct. But in my opinion, functional consulting is expected to grow.
Thank you.
And I'm showing you my screen right here. Okay. So since you guys are new to this field, so I'm going to explain you a little bit about Workday. Workday is an ERP tool because it covers HCM, finance, but it's not a complete ERP like SAP. SAP is a full-fledged ERP. Workday only has HCM, finance, payroll, reporting, integration, data loading, all of this. Data loading and all this stuff is, again, that's implementation side. Adaptive planning, all of this stuff. So out of all these, now take a look at this, what I'm showing you here. These are all the different certifications, right? For each certification, there are many courses. This course will allow you to take this certification. And this is just under HCM, this is one. Then you have compensation, advanced comp. These are all certifications offered by Workday. Because you are starting your career, we always recommend you to start here. After our course, you will be eligible to take this certification. And that's how you start. Then after that, you work at a company, get a job, the different roles you can do. And then once you establish yourself for a certain time there, then you can learn compensation and then get certified in compensation or benefits or recruiting or learning or talent performance. That's one field. Now, if you choose to go to finance side, again, we always recommend starting here because that's the foundation course. Then if you want to go to finance, then finance has all of this. Then you start with R2R, C2C, P2P, all of this stuff, accounting center, all this stuff. This is finance side. Now, if you decide that you want to go towards payroll, again, start here. And then you jump onto payroll. So you learn US payroll or UK or whatever you want to do. And then right now, there's a huge demand for PAT. You might have heard PAT, P-A-T-T. That is payroll, absence, and time tracking. That's very, very huge in demand. Then you have reporting consultants. So, and then this section is the little bit technical section. It's like integration. So, we all know what integration is. Extend. It requires that the whole XML and all that stuff. This is the most technical you will ever be. And it's not programming at all. So these are all the different certifications, and this is where we start. Is that clear? Does anybody else has any question here before I start explaining the LMS?
What is implementation when you're going to this thing, the things what you're explaining before? What is implementation there? You said about
okay. Yeah. So basically, let's say you are a company who bought Workday software. What is the first thing you do? You obviously talk to a sales agent at Workday, and then you buy the software. Then a company like Accenture, because there are so many implementation partner companies which will come into picture and they will implement Workday for you.
Okay.
Those are called implementation consultants. Implementation consultants actually come in the later stage of your career, because to become an implementation consultant, you have to have so many years of experience as a Workday consultant. And you have to be Workday Pro certified and implementation certified. To be implementation certified, and have an implementer ID, you need to be Pro certified. So I'll explain all of that. But here, let me open something for you before, and then let me explain the LMS. I'll come there, okay? So when you enroll with us, the first thing you get is an access to a learning management system. This learning management system is social login. So if you're not logged into your Gmail ID, you cannot log in. So as you can see, I'm logged into my Gmail. I can log in. You can open this learning management system from anywhere. We have kept it very light. We didn't keep too much here because we want it to be open fast, links and all that. There's a lot of videos, documentation, all that stuff. So we want it to be opening really fast for you. You can open it from any device, anytime, 24/7, you will have access. Tenant access is provided right here within the LMS. All you have to do is just click the button, enter your user ID password, which will be given to you, and you are in the tenant. Curriculum, I think we already talked about. Like I said, this includes the resume creation, interview preparation, your cheat sheets for all of. So our cheat sheets are pretty solid. We have cheat sheets for everything. Just give you an idea. When it comes to resources, you don't have to go out of ZaranTech to get any resource. In fact, we are the only company which provides that much resources on LinkedIn. I'll cover that too. Then it talks about the job, roles and responsibility, what the career path. All of this stuff is already shared in the cohort document, which was shared with you here. I will go back here and show you the chat where we shared the cohort document. It has everything I'm going to post this one more time. This document has everything. I'll go over this document. Give me 1 minute. And then you have your, project responsibilities, all of this stuff. Then you have a LinkedIn cheat sheet. All of that good stuff is right here. Curriculum was already explained. I will go over the material section a little bit, but before that, let me cover. Then you have all your certification material as well. We share all the materials, everything which you need for certification. These are just scenario-based content, multiple choice questions, everything. I mean, there is 100 MCQs. That's just one section. Anyways, so that means that every session which you attend live with your trainer is recorded. And the recording is posted here. Yes, he takes a lot of batches. We enroll about 150 to 180 students a month for Workday, just for Workday HCM. That's the demand we have, and I'll show you why we are so much in demand. One of the biggest reasons is we are the only company which can get you certified outside of Workday. So all the recordings are here, and then you can access these recordings anytime, 24/7. All the session meeting links, which the one you just clicked and attended, are posted here. Click, attend. The dates and times, everything is here. We are pretty strict about attendance. It's all here. We'll mark your attendance here. So make sure you have good attendance, because then the referral to your partner company comes after we looked at your attendance and how you're doing. Okay. All the session PowerPoints, assessments, lab activity, case studies, everything is here. All the documentation is always shared within the LMS on cloud. We don't allow download access, none of that stuff. If you do not have access to internet, you cannot take our training. We build all the content in-house, everything. You will not find any logos of Workday. All of this stuff is built in-house. Like I said before, we are a corporate training company. We train for Micron, we train for Google, we train for Freshworks, we train for TCS, KPMG, Birlasoft, you name it, we train. And we are direct vendors for basically about 450 companies. Let me show you some lab activity documentation. So this, like I said, it said 5.1, go do this step by step, all the instructions. So you will have access to all of this stuff. And then at the end, you'll do some case studies. Your trainer is going to go over this, give you the scenario, explain you what the case study is, and you'll have to do all of this stuff. This is how your LMS is. Any questions on the LMS?
So just by doing HCM core, can anybody land into a job or no?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely, you can land into a job. You have to do HCM core, and then you can get certified. You can start with an AMS company, and you can grow your career there. If you're not getting a job with a customer company, learn the subject. Once you learn the subject very well, you work with an AMS company, and then one year down the road, you can then apply to a customer company, get work there, move on up. During that time, you can learn other subjects, or like compensation, benefits, recruiting, all of that stuff. Get certified and grow your career down.
AMS company?
Application management.
Okay.
I mean, AMS support system. Support, the companies which support ticketing systems.
Like Zira and things.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, okay? I'll show you something. Give me 1 second. All right. I'm going to open one document I wrote. If you cannot see it, let me know. All right. Go over this. I'll give you guys 3 minutes to go ahead. Read it. Just ignore this part. It doesn't apply to you. Done?
After the core.
Hold on.
Just a minute, please. Yeah. I'm going through it.
Yeah. That's fine. And we'll share the recording. Okay. So don't worry about taking screenshots or anything like that.
Is it?
Certification is valid only for 2 years. Okay.
And now, after November 1st, 2024, they changed it. I'll talk about it. Give me some time, I'll talk.
Sure.
All right, guys. So this is our process. Okay. This is our process. I'm going to have you read the normal process, which you're not going to like. And that's what the normal process is. Well, since you've already read it, I'll just go over this. So you gain the knowledge, you find a job with a customer or partner company, work there for 2-3 years, reach out to your manager, because if you are working for a customer company, you're not going to get certified. You have to reach out to your manager. They have to approve you to get certified. All of that dance you have to do. And if you talk to some of the consultants right now who are working for customer company, they might be working there for 4 or 5 years, still not certified. Why? Because they don't approve it. It costs a lot of money. I'll talk about this. Okay, well, let me just show you straight up. So if you were to be an employee of a customer company, okay, and you want to get certified. You're working there as a Workday HCM consultant. You want to get certified. Your customer company will have to pay, not will have to, but normally they do, have to pay for your training of Workday HCM, because this training, these 2 training programs, after you take these 2 courses, you can appear for this certification. Okay. So this certification is very important. I mean, it gets you a job. Trust me. Or let me put it this way. If you're certified, your chances of getting a job are 10x. So to get to this certification, you have to take 2 courses. Workday offers 2 courses. Normally, a customer company would have you, they will pay for you and have you take these 2 courses and then appear for the certification. Now, these 2 courses, as you can see, are optional. These 2 courses are optional. Very few customer companies will say, hey, since you already have so much experience, why don't you just go for the certification? That also, we've seen so many people going for the certification directly from the customer company. But remember, a customer company or a partner company can only open the door for you for certification. Okay, one more time. You have to be an employee of a customer company or partner company, so the door opens for you to get to this certification. You can take the certification. That's the door. And then there are 2 courses you can take or not take. Now, what ZaranTech does is, our course of $699 replaces these 2 courses. It replaces these 2 courses. So instead of $6,400, customers pay us $699. And our course allows you to take the certification. Now you might say, I'm not working for a customer company or a partner company. So how can I get into taking a certification? Well, we are a partner company ourselves. That's my profile. I'm vested in partner for PeopleFlow. PeopleFlow is an innovation silver partner. We have our own product on Workday right there. So we do automating. I mean, we have our own product which automates your testing, reporting, finance, configuration, a lot of AI. This is a tool developed by us and we sell it to customers. We ourselves, I mean, I own a couple of companies, but since we are part of PeopleFlow, we can get you certified. So that this part from here to here. So first of all, we reduce this cost so much that everybody can afford it now. And then to get to the certification, we can get you certified because we refer you, well, I mean, ZaranTech refers you to PeopleFlow and you get certified. But here is the thing. The market right now, if there were 100 people taking Workday certification in a month, 30 days around the world, less than 50 people pass the certification. Once again, less than 50 pass the certification. The passing rate is about 50% or less. Why? Because it's tough. Now I'm going to come here. So the testing information. The Workday Pro certification exam, each exam consists of 50 MCQs. To pass, you have to score 80%, which is 40 out of 50. You have 120 minutes. The questions come like this by weight. Exams are, this is just the proctoring. They're talking about how proctoring is done and all that stuff. When you are taking the exam or the certification exam, the proctoring is difficult. I mean, they will have you, somebody from Workday is going to call you on a video call. You have to attend that call. Then they're going to have you, they're going to do a full check on your system, making sure that no other software or tool or anything is running on your system. If it is running, they'll cancel the test. After that, they'll have you move the camera 360 up and down, everything, every direction. They'll have you move the camera, making sure nobody's in the room. Your back should be to the door. The camera should be to your face and the back should be to the door. There should be only one door to the room. And then they're going to have you move the camera, under the keyboard, behind the computer, behind your ear, so you're not wearing any devices. All of that stuff they'll do. And then they will start the certification exam. Once the exam starts and you clear, everything is being recorded. You might score 42 out of 50 and they'll say, okay, you scored 42 out of 50. That's it. They'll take 24 hours to give you the result as to pass or fail. What does that mean? They go over the video. They see your eye movement for every question. were you cheating, were you not cheating, were you looking here and there, all of that stuff. Then they decide if you clear the certification or not. That's how you get certified with Workday. The exam platform, we talk about failed exam. After you fail, you only get one attempt. You have 4 calendar days to re-enroll, pay another $800 and take the exam. New recertification requirements are pretty simple. And Workday LMS ID. LMS ID is like you get an ID for each employer. You get an ID unique to you through that employer or the partner, which says you are who you are. So you can, a lot of times what happens is like, let's say you get certified through our partner referral, PeopleFlow or any other. We work with about 6 other partner companies too. And once you get certified and you get a job with a customer company or another company, any company, and then you want to showcase your certification, you can showcase the certification, what you got with us. And then let's say your customer says, hey, can you ask your partner company to transfer that certificate? We can. So this is your certification program, complete certification program. That's how certification works. Why do we focus so much on certification? Because it's very important. Another thing what we have done is from here to here, there's nothing in the middle. I mean, nobody has built a platform where a person can go and practice their tests. Okay, one more time. Nobody has built a platform where somebody can go practice their tests before they appear and pay that $800. You have only one chance. We, as a company, have built a platform. It's called Workday Pro Cert Practice Test Platform. And once you are enrolled with ZaranTech, those are the only students who get access to it. You can practice because it is better for you to fail with us than that. Here, the difficulty rate is 80%. Our difficulty rate is 95%. 5% of the people who take our practice test platform in the first attempt fail. I mean, 5% pass, 95% fail. But when they have done so many practices, our passing rate is 87% first attempt pass compared to Workdays. I mean, not Workdays, but you go by yourself. That is the reason most people love our platform, because our passing rates are so high. Now, another thing, I'll show you something. Now, we did give you access to the cohort, this document. I'm going to go over this and I'm going to explain a little bit. So once you go over the cohort, you will see, you can hear an audio which talks about 2 people talking about certification. It was built from Google and then Google LLM. And then you have a detailed video which explains you the whole program, how it works. The schedule is here. You have a couple more videos, YouTube videos. Oh, by the way, we also have a very big YouTube platform. I'll talk about that. Let me show you. We have about 1,200 videos, 1,100. And give me one second. This is our playlist. There is one playlist I want to talk about. Just show you. Okay, see this playlist right here? This playlist has full videos, full course videos, every course, free. You want to learn advanced compensation? Go ahead. We post everything. So if you want to learn things on our platform, right there are the videos. There are 246 videos right there. Prism Analytics, HCM. If you want to learn HCM, you can just watch the videos completely. But again, these are videos. They're not training with a trainer. And obviously, there's a huge difference there. All right, let's go back here. So there are some videos here, how we deliver training, all of this good stuff. And then we have our course curriculum. Our course is divided into 7 parts. We talk about all the 7 here. First is a lot of times we see people come and they don't know the jargons of HR and stuff. We have that document right here. Then your fundamentals, which we talked about. Then your hands-on HCM training. Then your job readiness, case studies, live quizzes, certificate of completion. This is how the training is designed. About your trainer, benefits of our training program, Workday certification, I already talked about. I have shared some guides with you. There is a 222-page guide. You can click, download it for free. You have certification materials. Here is one thing I'll talk about in a little bit. I'll keep that open for you. I'll talk about that. And then your certification, I did explain you, exam pattern, and then all the recertification details. At the end of your training program, you will receive a certificate of completion. Please don't get confused with certificate of completion to your Workday certification. Two different things. This is from ZaranTech. Your certificate of completion is very important if you're trying to find a job. Why? Because I'll show you why. This is from ZaranTech. Whenever you associate yourself with our company, we promote you quite a lot. We don't promote you in front of 5,000 people. We promote you in front of 250,000 people. And I'll show you here. So you have a certificate of completion which can be verified by your employer. We have an ID and everything here. But the best part is you can just click one button and this certificate gets added to your profile with ZaranTech's tag. Now, why is that important? Because you're tagging ZaranTech. Once you tag us, we promote you. Obviously, I'm not going to add this, but so let me just show you a little bit. So this is our learner community for Workday. It has about 22,000 followers. And overall, we have over 550,000 followers because we have so many learner communities. Here, one second, let me just show you a little bit about some post. Okay, instead of that, I'll show you directly a post where, so take a look at this. She did her certification. We promote her. And then she gets a lot of hits. And then a lot of people go to her profile, her or his profile, and then they see their profile and all that stuff. Let me also show you one more thing. This is that. Okay, yeah. This is the best thing. So you can click here and go to the whole list of students who have taken our training on LinkedIn and talk to them. Those who have taken our training program. So this is another link here. You can click on all these. This is just a small set. We just posted one time. You can click on somebody like this who got certified. They posted their certification, all that stuff. You can talk to them directly. But what we also did was we posted the links to people who have, few people who have given us their permission to post, who have completed their Workday certification in first attempt. You can talk to them, who have actually posted, got training with us, got certified with us, and got a job. All that stuff we post live. Because LinkedIn is more, you can depend on LinkedIn than Google reviews. So we post all of that stuff here. You can talk to them as much as you want. Now understand this, these people have given us their permission to post their profile. That's why we are posting it here. So you can find all those reviews, all the good stuff right here. And your upcoming batch details are right here. Obviously the course link, and you have, I'll cover this quick. So when you want to make your payment, you have two options. You can make through Klarna also, and Afterpay, those are installment options. But we are a US company, so we only share this link, and then you use this around the world to make the payment. We are a very big corporate training company. This is our catalog. We offer literally every course under the sun in Workday. And you can kind of take a look at our customer base, a little bit small customer base. Here we have put some logos, but it's pretty big. Yeah, this is our catalog for corporate training. If you are interested, your company is interested, you can always send them to us, and we'll share with them all this stuff. Now, any questions here?
Yes, I had a question. So unfortunately, I went through the Workday partner directly, and I took the first course, the HCM core, and it went too fast and I wasn't able to catch up. So this is why I'm taking this class here. It sounds like it's what I need. The only thing I don't understand is the data implementer. That's the second, like the third class. What is that for? Is that just why would I want that? Because I know the partner said I could have that one too.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'll explain you. Good question. Yeah, I'll explain you that. Let me just open this sheet quick, and then I'll explain you that one. All right. So what she is asking, for clarity, I'm going to explain the class also what you're asking. Okay. So this is what she's asking. As you can see, these two courses.
What sets ZaranTech apart in SAP corporate training? It's our unique blend of expertise and innovation. We offer customized courses tailored to each client's needs, ensuring relevant, targeted learning. Our vast trainer database brings you wisdom from the best in the field. Need resources? Access our extensive training material repository anytime. We are all about measurable results, providing detailed student metrics to track progress. And we don't just teach, we build community. Join our thriving social media network, connecting learners beyond boundaries. With ZaranTech, you are not just training, you are transforming your SAP expertise.
have enough information for you to take this certification. Once you get certified here, you can go over here. Now, quite a few of you guys have asked, what is implementer ID? What is implementer certification? What is data loading certification? All of that stuff. So this certification comes after your pro certification. Okay. When you go to an implementer company and apply for jobs or whatever, and you want to become an implementation consultant, you have to have an implementer ID, and you have to have finished your data loading certification. Okay. That's what this is. Back in the day, it used to be called implementer certification. Now it is called data loading certification, and you get an implementer ID. Now remember this, to get here, the prerequisite is for you to have a pro certification. This comes after 3, 4, 5 years in your career, not right away. It takes time. Now, for example, let's say somebody learned this, got certified, did very well. And after that, they learned the other data loading part, which is, if I open this, I can open this, but there is a course for this also. Once they took that course and got certified here and got their implementer ID, and now you go and apply for a job as an implementation consultant, they're not going to consider you. Why? Because you don't have any experience behind it. So this, if you are new, which most of you are, if you're attending this session, just disregard this, okay? For now. It will come later. This is what you should be more worried about, okay? You should get certified, pro certified. Now, I opened this just to show you guys. These are all Workday's courses and certifications. Don't get too confused here. Okay, I'm going to explain you one. So this is the HCM certification. That's the guide from Workday. This is the course. This is the duration. This is what they charge. This is the guide. Course 2, hours, cost, guide. These 2 courses have enough information for you to take this certification. Like that, Workday has all these certifications. You are here. And if you want to go to your customer company and say, hey, I want to get certified here, they, like I said, most of the time they'll pay for this $3,200 plus $3,200. Once you do the course, you can take the certification. I'll tell you something. Workday's courses are 4 days straight. You get, and I think somebody here will concur that, you get 4 days of tenant. You cannot learn something in 4 days. Then again, another 4 days. 4 days of tenant, or maybe 1 week of tenant, 10 days of tenant. And then after that, you schedule your exam, you take your exam, and that's it. That's how Workday runs. We don't believe in an 8-hour training day. We have never, full day trainings don't work. It's not for the training, it's for the company to showcase that they have got people trained. Most people, if you're learning something new, most people forget what was taught in the first hour by 6th hour. And then you go through an 8-hour day of training. If you've not practiced anything, how would you remember anything after 5 days to 4 days of training? So we don't believe in that. We do 2 hours of training. Our schedule is pretty 2 hours, a lot of practice, hands-on, 2 hours, a lot of practice, hands-on. And then over the weekend, we want you to practice. It's unless you have real-time knowledge and hands-on on the tenant, it is difficult to clear the certification. So your time on the tenant, this is a question somebody asked me before, your time on the tenant to qualify yourself to go for the certification is 150 hours, 120 to 150 hours of practice time. You can, after a course, go for the certification and be like, hey, I'm ready. Please refer me. We'll refer you, but you'll waste your $800. We recommend you to put at least 120 hours to 150 hours on the tenant practicing. Now, why did I open this site? This is your partner portal where you can go and see all the partner companies. These are deployment services. These are AMS, application management service, which I was talking about. So if you click, you will see all these AMS companies. And then there are staffing services. There's other partners too, sales partners, innovation partner, all of that stuff. We work with almost 80% of all these companies because we are in training, they are in staffing. Almost all of them need our consultants because we train them and we certify them. So quite a lot of companies we work with, we are not staffing companies, but we work with them. And they love to work with our trainees who are certified. Any questions? Guys, if you are asking me questions here, I'm not able to see. So for now, I'll just take your questions. You raise your hand or just unmute yourself and ask your question.
Just one question. When's the remaining schedule? I noticed that there's only 2 courses that are scheduled for the future.
The remaining, what do you mean remaining?
So I know this is going to be 2 classes every week for up until when? I don't have a cloud invitation. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. I'll just tell you. It is starting on the 28th, and it's Thursday. It is starting 8:30 to 10:30 p.m., but the schedule is Monday to Thursday. If you're in the US, Central Standard Time, 8:30 to 10:30. It is, we cover about 7 to 8 hours a week, and the course goes for about 35, 36 hours. So we are expecting it to be finished in 5 to 6 weeks, 5 weeks mostly.
And will I get the calendar invitations, or how will that work?
You will have all the invitations in your learning management system. LMS will have all your links, like the ones we have here. But if you, you can, I know what you're saying. So the Zoom links, you can actually use that to add it to your calendar. Yes. Did I answer your question?
Can you give the link to the LMS to make sure?
Once you enroll, yes, you will get it.
I did enroll. Oh, so maybe I have to.
The support team will send you all that stuff.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, they'll send you a video. Go ahead.
Yeah. So with the tenant access, how do we get the tenant access?
Once you enroll and you have paid for the course fee, you will get access to the tenant during the session. One live session, your support team is going to come online and share the user ID passwords with each one of you, and then you will access the tenant and you log in, and they'll show you all of that stuff in a live class.
All right. So I think I've paid it, and I've got the ticket raised email in my inbox. And when I clicked over there, and you showed in the session, once you enter into this Gmail, you would be able to have access to your tenant. But
you have enrolled on day 1, you're not going to get the tenant.
Oh, okay, I understand. They have just raised the ticket only, right?
I don't know. Work with the support team. Did you just enroll?
I think yes. I enrolled on 24th, and because I'm in Sydney, I got the registration link and the form on enrollment link. This morning, I filled out all the forms, and I think they have raised ticket on behalf of me. So I might get the, email address and password.
So work with them. The batch hasn't even started yet. So giving you tenant access does not make any sense. So after the batch starts, you have some theory sessions, the fundamentals and everything. Then your trainer lets us know when to release the access, because he knows that there are practice sessions going to happen, because he wants to save your time on the 2 months, So about 2 sessions in, the trainer is going to ask the support team saying that, hey, my students need tenant access. Each and every student will be sent an email. They will also show in the class how to access the tenant. All the details will be sent out, and then you access the tenant.
All right, understand. Got it. I thought this is the first, from the first session, you will have the tenant access, so you can, practice on. So
and it lets us know. They will release the access. Any other questions?
Is this the same time, or
the training session is for 5 weeks, right? That's what you mentioned just now.
Yeah. So
then
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and then let's say the tenant access that you're providing us is for 2 months, right?
Correct.
Okay, so let's say the training session is already completed, but say I do want some kind of support. Will you be there to provide us the support?
After the training ends, support stops.
Okay.
We can provide you support. We have about 750 consultants we work with, senior instructors. They charge hourly rates. So we have that, but you can always, because this is a one-off training, we'll give you the training, you will get the training, you'll get the videos, you'll get the tenant access for 2 months, because it's a limited cost. We don't charge about $7,000. So, and
Right,
then
right.
you can ask, what was that?
Right.
Okay,
So
right.
what I
And
meant
then you
was
ask-
like
you
in
can-
the second session, probably you're going to give us a tenant access, right?
I mean, depends on the trainer says, hey, second
Oh,
session
okay.
is
Yeah,
still
yeah.
theory.
Got it.
He understands the badge. He understands the flow. He'll let us know when the tenant access needs to be released. The day he lets us know, that day we'll release the tenant access. You will have the tenant for 2 months from that date. And if you want
got it.
extension of the tenant, it is 149 per user per month. And you can have it for 2 months, 3 months, 10 months, whatever you want. We recommend you to practice as much as you can. During the 2 months, you can practice a lot as well. We have seen students who take the training for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and then practice during that time because you have 24/7 tenant. Again, tenant is not very easily available. We have 3 tenants ourselves because we are a partner company. Okay, not any company can buy tenant or get tenant. So we have our own tenants, and then that's how you practice for the 2 months. After 2 months, we have seen a lot of people come to us and say, hey, can you refer us to the partner company? Then we refer them to the partner company. They work with the partner company, and then they go through the whole certification, get certified. Once they're certified, so that's the process.
Just wanted to ask you quickly, because when I see Canada market, they always ask one thing is like with the pro certification, they always want at least 3 years of experience or 1 implementation cycle. So the person like I am who doesn't have experience, how I can mitigate after completing this course?
You have to start somewhere.
Yeah, but then they are always asking for the experience. So I'm like, how I can do that? Because only the
Let me ask you this. What is the answer you're looking for me?
I'm like,
No, I'll tell you. I'm just joking.
I'm nowhere. That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah. So there are ways. There are a lot of junior positions. Like I said, junior positions, AMS jobs, intern positions, or if you come from an HR world, you're not an intern. Okay, you're not a junior. You come with lots of experience. Use that experience. Where is this? Way to apply for fresher jobs here somewhere. But there are a lot of positions. I always suggest people to work on AMS projects first because those are easy to get. AMS projects don't even ask for certification. That's the way to start, and that's how you start. So if you have anything you want to add, please do, because I know you do. Ayansh, you're still here or not?
Yeah, hi, sir. He left the meetings.
Oh, he did. Okay. Yeah, so that's the best way to go about it. But again, you have to also understand every senior consultant started exactly where you started. We are here to help you get started in a very good way, because if we were not here, it'll take you 5 years to get certified unless you get a job with a customer company. And the cycle is bad. I'll tell you, to get certified, you have to get a job with a customer company. To get a job with a customer company, you have to be certified. It's an infinite cycle. You're stuck. You understand what I'm saying?
So,
Yeah.
With this HCM core, once you're done with this, is there an advanced recruiting module training as well, which is available after this? I'm strictly leaning towards the recruiting module.
We do have a recruiting training as well. We do have a recruiting training. But if you are interested, we also have video courses. And this is our platform, ZaranTech.teachable.com. We have video courses on everything.
Okay. So we start with the HCM core, the one that we went through right now. And then once I'm done with that, then I can get into the recruiting module at an advanced level. Is that what you recommend? Okay.
Yes. Yeah. If you are new to Workday, we always recommend HCM because that builds your foundation,
Sure.
And you're not paying $6,400 anyways, you're paying less. So why not? And and right now the market is beautiful.
And how are the jobs in recruiting module? Because I don't have any payroll or, compensation background. I've been in talent for 27 years in New York. And so I just want to understand how it is.
Why don't you use that experience of talent and learn talent itself?
Okay. Sure.
I mean, that experience is going to complement this hugely. See, you have to understand, if you know how to ride a bike, it doesn't matter what brand of bike you're riding, right?
Sure.
That's exactly what Workday is. It's just an HCM. It's a mod. It's HRIS software, right? But most of them work the same way. One has a very good UI and has a reporting templates and all that good stuff. That's it. You just need to know how to use these things. You know what I'm saying? But the concept itself, you've got so much knowledge. So I would say, don't go into something new. Just use what you know already and leverage that to get this job. Trust me, they don't. When they're interviewing you, most of them will ask you scenario-based questions. If you do this and this happens, what are you going to do? Tool anybody can learn, right? I'm on LinkedIn, and some other tool like LinkedIn comes up. It's easy to learn, right? So, all right, let me take some more questions. All right,
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Sure.
Okay.
I just want
Let me
to
take-
use
oh.
the opportunity if we have something that you refer to a partner company, just because I missed.
No, you're not. I mean, it's not. We understand everybody's got things going on.
Yeah.
But the idea behind that is that you learn. You have to put that time in there, because we don't want people going through us for the certification and just spending their money and not clearing.
Correct.
It looks bad for us, because that 87% just went down for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we wanted to go up. Every first attempt pass is, star on our shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Trust me.
Let me take some more questions. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Alok. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll work with you. Don't worry.
How long times do I have to enroll after I made my payment? How long times to catch the next session? And the second,
okay. What is the first question? I didn't understand the question. Go ahead.
It's before the next session starts. How long time do I have to enroll? I can enroll in the same day. I can catch the next session, or just at least 1 week before the session starts. This is my first question.
So we have batches after batches after batches after batches. We run batches. I'll tell you when we run the batches. Normally we run weekday batches this time, Monday to Thursday, 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Currently, at this point, right now, we have about 12 live batches going with 12 different trainers, because it's 10:28.
Okay.
12 batches.
And
we have weekend batches, which is 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We are also starting few batches for evening, weekend, and we are starting some batches for India evening times. So currently we have quite a number of batches, but our most popular batch, go ahead.
When I pay the course fees, they will give me the options for the batch that I choose that suit my situation and this?
Yeah. I mean, you let them know what are the timings. I mean, like I said, we have only weekend batches and weekday batches, so you can choose from any one. But this particular batch is starting on the 28th, which is the Thursday. That's the session number 1. And if you want to miss that, that's not a big deal, because it's just still session 1. It's more basics. Then the next session will be Monday, because it's Thursday, Monday to Thursday. So that's about it.
All right. And the second question that you mentioned, as an entry level, if looking for jobs, it's better to start with the EMS project. What you mean by EMS project?
AMS, Application Management System. I mean, AMS is, AMS is like, let's say you have a customer company, partner company, they all have tickets. AMS companies actually take care of those tickets.
All right. Okay. Providing support, you mean? Technical support.
Providing support, yeah.
Okay.
That's where you learn the best. And then also we post quite a lot of content. So if you have not followed us, go ahead and follow. I'm just showing you my posts on Workday. I post quite a lot. Like, for example, roadmap to get your next job in Workday. You would have never got it if you never followed us. I mean, it talks about how to use LinkedIn, how to optimize your profile, develop an awesome resume, visualize your, all the good stuff it talks about. But that's what I'm saying. If you're not following us or our learner community, you're not getting all this. Also, I am on LinkedIn. I'm the top 7th person in SAP in the world. So I get quite a lot of hits on my profile. We are pretty big on LinkedIn. We're influencers. So and then we post some like this, this person landed a Workday job. We'll post everything live. You can connect with these people too. And then we also do one more thing, is that we work with, we hire vetted consultants around the world for US customers. So we supply consultants, freelance consultants. So let's say you are in India and you have 7 years of experience working as a Workday payroll consultant. You're doing a job, everything's well, but you're looking for some other work to do so you can, earn more. And you work from 9 to 5, but 7:30 to 10:30 is free for you and you're talented. But for you to connect to a US customer is difficult because US customers won't directly connect with you. That's where we come in. US customers have huge demands of consultants. We work with over 150 ourselves, and they require quite a lot of consultants. They'll come to us and they want good consultants. And we vet consultants because we have to hire them for our training programs. For customers, we deliver corporate trainings. So we have a database of about 170 consultants who we have pre-vetted, and we provide those consultants to the customers. And they work 15 to 25 hours, make more money that way. But that's also something we do. I was just showing you that post. Quite a lot of content, like if you're starting your Prism journey, how to create a Workday Prism lifecycle start. And there's so much stuff we post. So follow us. You raise your hand. If you have a question, please go ahead.
Yes. I didn't have a question. It's just a comment for the girl that was asking, how can I get experience? As you said, maybe through freelance. And also I have seen many job positions that ask just for the certification and the knowledge. Maybe if you have experience in something related to HR, that's the way you can get a Workday job. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, I mean, remember, I always tell people, just if you're coming from an HR world or HRIS world, it's or another HCM like PeopleSoft. We see quite a lot of people coming from PeopleSoft. It's always advisable to use that knowledge because that's amazing for you to have that and leverage that to get that job at Workday. Trust me, Workday loves to hire PeopleSoft consultants because Workday was built by PeopleSoft consultants. So, all right, guys, I hope I was able to answer all your questions we will go ahead and conclude this. But if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We have shared all the links, everything here. And yeah, have a good night. Take care. Bye now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Look, thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.